Welcome to Elena's Barre low-impact full-body workouts. On this channel, you find different fitness format workouts that will help you to lose fat, tone up your muscles, improve your posture, balance, gain overall strength, stamina, endurance, and flexibility. Check more classes on Elena at Elena's Barre Patreon. Join us for my crazy piano practice and various music challenges with Elena's Barre community on Sundays. Try out different comments during our live streams and see what happens. On Saturdays, we talk about controversial topics that can trigger you. If you'd like to dive in deeper into interesting topics and discussions with us, please support our new YouTube channel, The Resurgence, at The Resurgence of Sanity. If you'd like to call in and share your story during our live streams, please check our community rules and guidelines. You can also read my articles on Elena's Barre Substack and tell me what you think about the topics. You participate in all of our activities voluntarily at your own risk and discretion. Read the disclaimer in the description box. If you don't want to be mentally or physically challenged, I suggest that you skip this video. Thank you for your understanding. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. Welcome to Elena's Barre Low Impact Full Body Workouts. I'm today by myself. Eamma is not feeling well, so hopefully she will be back on track with us next week. And guys, today we are debunking feminist lies. If you want to call in and help me out here, please call in. Here is the link on StreamYard, and I'm going to have you here. Before we jump into the videos, I have a couple of videos for us today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and share your comments. I'm going to put the ticker here because I always keep forgetting to mention this. And share these videos with your friends. Share them with somebody who might benefit from them, because there are so many feminist lies out there, and we need to start debunking them. And these lies are being spread by toxic, narcissistic, delusional people, not necessarily women, but also men, because as you know, feminist propaganda has brainwashed both men and women to behave in a certain way. And now women start realizing that their illusions fall apart, and they are complaining, whining on social media, because apparently that's the easiest way for them to do, right? And yeah, they get more clout, attention, more money from guys who are paying for them to fund their independent lifestyle, so that they can keep doing what they are doing without realizing that they are doing the wrong thing that doesn't work. So yeah, ladies, if you are here, put one in the chat, okay? If you're watching the replay, it's totally fine. I understand it's summer. People are busy doing other things, so you can always watch these videos afterwards. Yeah, okay, let me share the screen with you guys. And I have quite a few videos today. Some of them I got from Eamma because she shared them with me. And okay, let's check this one. I don't actually remember here. Some of them, it's been a while since I've seen them, but we are going to do it together.
Men don't have a long list of needs in a relationship. Usually there are about 3 core things they need that don't really change. And if a woman can meet those things on a semi-regular basis, men are generally content and satisfied in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Women, in contrast, have huge lists of expectations for their men that change, add or subtract depending on her mood, lunar cycle, circumstances in her life, or the quality of her other relationships. But
okay, so here with the first part, I agree with you. And this is how they are misleading you sometimes. You know, they say partly what's true. And what she says is true. Women have a longer list of demands than men. But watch the second part.
Problems can arise if a woman does not know how to meet most of her primary needs herself. And instead has learned that she's only okay if she's fixing, nurturing, saving, or caring for others, usually giving the wrong things to her masculine man.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Are we doing it again? She started so well. And I was just saying like how women are such victims for giving away too much attention, too much love to their masculine man. Seriously?
Hoping that if she gives enough, her needs will finally be met by the other. From this place of desperate overgiving, a woman is left feeling empty, bitter, and exhausted, that she's unworthy of the love that she so deeply craves.
So she says that women deserve love, right? And if they don't get something in exchange, that's the implied message that she's trying to send out. If she doesn't get something that she craves, something that she deserves, she shouldn't be giving out love, attention, and what else? She shouldn't give out that care for her masculine man.
She funnels that love and care that she should be meeting her own needs with into her man. And this type of giving backfires. It causes her to feel like she's a victim because she gives so much but feels so empty. This is confusing for a masculine man because he usually doesn't ask for this type of giving. His needs are simple. He doesn't want nor need his lover to fix, coach, teach, or mother him. It diminishes his masculinity and his sense of personal freedom. He feels the bitterness and desperation behind this type of giving. So he further pulls away from the relationship and from her heart so that he can feel like a man again without being smothered, mothered, coached, or counseled on how to improve. Men don't have a long list of needs in a relationship.
Well, the second part, again, I don't disagree necessarily with you there, that men do notice that, well, like men have usually requirements for women, right? If they have masculine frame, they expect certain things from a woman. So what she says is that a masculine man, they don't expect that kind of given from her. It's an exchange of values, guys. When there is no exchange of values, there is no relationship. Okay, because a woman gets something, then a man gets something in exchange. When that exchange for the man doesn't happen, why should he commit to this woman? Because she can't give him what he wants, right? And then when a woman it just expects, she just expects the respect, love, appreciation from a man, but without giving anything in exchange for that love, appreciation, and care that a man provides for her, there is no exchange of values. No exchange of values. Yeah, I watched this video a long time ago, and it's a tricky one because she starts really well. She brings up a few facts there that can blindside you a little bit, because you feel like, okay, she's getting there, but then she throws you off by saying that, yeah, women just deserve all of the good things. And then masculine men, she says, they don't expect anything from a woman, which is not true. I mean, they expect less than a woman would expect from a man, but there are still standards and expectations placed on women. And this is something that these relationship gurus never tell you. Yeah. I know, this sounds very woo-woo to me. The first step is to stop, name, and notice where you might be spilling out your energy, and then to see where you can expand your capacity to receive your own love and care. It's like self-love is everywhere, right? Your relationship doesn't need supervision, but there is subtle qualities that you can't seem to pin down to your own. Ay, ay, ay. Mm-hmm. So she didn't know. She used to jump into fixing things to override the discomfort she was feeling. What I didn't know is that my partner didn't want this from me, and I didn't want to do it, causing some secret bitterness that gave me an icky feeling in every other area of my life. I think that women are trying to fix their own thing, honestly. Now that I feel the impulse to give, I know I'm coming up against the edge of how much I can actually trust myself to receive. So yeah, see, she programs herself. She can't give away anything to a man without receiving from a man. First, my own tuning into my needs and giving myself radical permissions to fill my own cup first. You see, like it's solipsism, everything for her first, and then she's going to give away. And this is where feminism really brainwashed women, because it made them feel strong and independent without men. So women don't need men for provision, for protection, right? Because they can do all of that by themselves. But yet they want the man who can provide protection and security for them. But they don't know how to handle it, I think. So tell me, guys, what do you think about this one? It's a tricky one. Yeah. Then we can watch another one. Let's check it. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so never apologize for wanting more. Either grow with me or I vibe alone. And if you draw a connection between the previous post and this one, they are having similar kind of vibes, So a woman is not supposed to give anything to a man, right? But she wants to receive. And here she says, never apologize for wanting more. So women always want more. And then that previous girl also described that the woman's list of demands is endless. Now, either grow with me or I vibe alone. How feminist? How feminist? Okay, here is a comment. I think she is a role model for aging women because she doesn't try to look like she's 25, and she's classy and beautiful and in great shape. She's confident, she's happy. See, always happy, happy, happy. She did this for a response, and she definitely got one. Yeah, she did it for attention, clicks, likes, and engagement. And this is what most women are concerned about. They will do anything for more attention, more validation. Yeah. And it's sad that she is a role model for a lot of younger women, because she's teaching women, like, who is this man, right? Know you are deserving and always leave them wanting more, right? So she teased the man. I don't know the particulars of that relationship. I'm only evaluating based on what I see here. So probably it's not her husband, right? She just gave him a kiss because she felt like she wanted, and this would give a lot of engagement and interaction in the show, and it worked. So yeah, Do whatever you want, girl. Do what feels right for you. Don't think about the consequences. Maybe this man, let's just hypothesize here, maybe he has a relationship with another woman, but this lady doesn't care. She wanted to give him a kiss, she gave him a kiss. And then it's on him to explain to his wife or to his girlfriend what happened there, right? Why did she give him a kiss? It's not that she's being promiscuous, right? In societal mind, based on the comments here. Yeah, this is what feminism teaches women. Do you, girl, do whatever feels right for you. I bet if a strange man gave her a kiss, she would slap him. I bet this is what would have happened if a strange man that she didn't want to get a kiss from gave her a kiss, she would have slapped him into his face, or elsewhere. Yeah, but then if this guy did the same thing to a woman, he would be called misogynist or some evil monster out there. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's go to another one. I know it's a little boring today because I'm by myself, and we are going through them pretty quickly here. So this is the guy that Eamma sent to me. He basically is the version of a female harlot that we see usually related to fitness, right? But he is a male harlot. Same thing, same principle, just showing off his body in, very little cover. And then Mel Robbins here, she says, your life doesn't end at 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, so stop acting like it does. You can reinvent yourself whenever you want. And here she writes, you can go back to college at 31. This is what a lot of women are doing. And you can adopt a child at the age of 39. Yeah, sure. You can go back to nursing school at 42 after raising your kids. You can learn how to teach your first online course at the age of 48. You can reinvent yourself again at the age of 55. I'm talking to myself here. Of course, she has reinvented herself. You can get married at 63. Sounds very promising, right, ladies? You can move to Cambodia and teach English to elementary school students at the age of 69. That's what my mother-in-law, Julie, did. Life doesn't end at 30. Stop acting like it does. Tell me something you are proud of that you did after you turned 30 in the comments. And a bunch of 30-year-olds here. Okay. At 30, I moved to Israel, and my husband and I raised our 4 kids here. At 49, after my kids all became adults, I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane to skydive for the first time, and a month ago, I finished and self-published my first book. Fantastic. Fantastic. At 50, I quit my junior high teaching job of 23 years as a third-generation CA native, sold my house, moved to Vermont, and was hired as a college professor. At 55, and it's all women. I think it's mostly women here, right? Who is teaching our kids? Like these women who are following their heart, pursuing their goals, right? At 55, I drove from Vermont to Moab and did a vision quest, which included 5 days of silence and fasting, then drove solo back to Vermont at 65, packed up the Vermont house, sold it, and then returned to, I think it's Canada, CA. At 70, began working out with a trainer 3 times a week at the best. And the best goes on. Of course. Like they're all all living a dream. Ladies, it's not to say that it's impossible, okay? But your chances of meeting a good man significantly reduce. How she says, at the age of 69, do you remember that old grandma that I showed to you on my Instagram who married herself? She was wearing a wedding gown with the flowers. And she married herself at 75. Okay. So, I mean, good luck with that. Good luck. Yeah. And this is the older generations, and because the time for them was a little different than for the millennials, and this is what they are pushing for the millennials to do. They are trying to spread that same message, that same delusion to the younger generations, so that younger women try to behave in the same way that these older ladies behave. You see? And a lot of millennials are falling for this trap. The times are different, you know? Okay, having my first baby at 42 and starting another business at the same time. Yeah, have a cake and eat it too. Cheers to aging like a fine wine. It only gets better. Oh, of course. Wow. It sounds very cool. I mean, it sounds great, right? But how realistic is that? Yeah. I started to study English at 55. Now I'm 58 years old. I'm really proud of myself because I'm getting a good English level. I mean, it's never late to study things. Stop drinking alcohol at the age of 51. Best action I've ever taken. Zumba instructor at 60 to 12 classes a week now. At 71, I'm teaching Zumba and became a silver sneakers instructor 5 years ago, teaching 6 to 8 classes a week. I think I will never stop. Okay. At 50, I earned my master's and became an assistant principal. I was a much better student at 50. Yeah. And notice that like none of them really are proud of the fact that they are married. It's all about self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, their journey, their path, their obsession, like college degrees. Like she mentioned, she kind of set a tone there for them, and now they are right into feeding that narrative. Yeah. At 60, I left my husband, or watch this, after 31 years of marriage, and I never have been so happy as these last 6 years of no continuous comments. The best thing next to my kids and grandson is sea swimming, and cycling, and my own life, and my lush walks, and new friends. And I don't know, she continues. You see, they're so proud of the fact that they are divorced. You know, even if they mention marriage, it's going to be, I'm so happy I've divorced my husband. Yeah. And this is who is teaching younger women. Ladies, I'm reading these comments to you so that you can see who is teaching you. At 48 years old, I got certified to be a fitness coach. I was in the best shape of my life. I wanted to help others my age achieve the same success. Okay. I need to hear this often to remind myself that I shouldn't give up. Yes. I'll be 60 this year. I went back to school last year. All the men my age are retiring, and I feel like I'm just starting to live. Okay, and this lady, she will be looking at younger men to date. Started a brand new business from the ground up at 57. I wasn't the same person I'm today. Of course, you're not the same person. That's the idea. You're not going to be the same person, right? At 40, I took your advice and auditioned to be a fitness instructor. It's never too late, even alongside a full corporate career in my case. Yes, we see a lot of aging grandmas trying to teach fitness. And look, I have nothing against it's better than being OnlyFans girls, but we see a lot of aging women on OnlyFans as well. Okay, let's get done with her. Okay. Let's check another one. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Hold on. Okay. Well, this is a younger fitness instructor, and look at her. She's very flexible, but she also is semi-naked on social media. Who is she? Children, who is she? She is a harlot. Okay. Well, now let's look at younger ones. Okay, here she's dancing, right? And she says, today's wife, as long as you're happy, who cares? Yeah. Who cares? And the problem is that because nobody cares about what other people are doing, we have so many harlots in our society, seriously. This girl, she knows about positive vibes at 7 years old. She just turned 7. We keep track on her because we like this girl. And yeah, whom will she become in a few decades, in a decade? She will become a harlot. Okay, let's watch here.
86% of people who divorce remarry within 5 years. So think about that. Now you've done this thing. It's failed. You've gone through this difficult process of having to undo it. And now within 5 years, 86% of people remarry. I mean, so that tells you how important this is to us as humans, how drawn to this idea, this technology of marriage we are. And that to me is fascinating because I've often said, like, I'm not sure what marriage was designed, what problem is marriage designed to solve? 86% of people who divorce remarry within 5 years. So think about that. Now you've done this thing. It's failed. You've gone through this difficult process of having to undo it. And now within 5 years, 86% of people remarry.
That's incredible. It's a lot of people, guys, who remarry. Yeah, and you can watch, I recommend you to watch a full episode with James Sexton. It's fascinating. After 5 years, it's not even such a long time. But I would say that maybe it's mostly men who remarry. A lot of women, based on what I've seen, and I can be mistaken, I don't have statistics in front of me, within those 86%, is it men mostly or women, or is it both? From what I've seen, fewer women, they get remarried. And I was watching a show yesterday on Fresh and Fit with Donovan Sharp, and most of these girls, they were married before, and a lot of them were divorced. And you know what? The fun fact is that all of these girls on that podcast, they were coming from the broken family households, meaning that their parents, they either were never married or their parents were divorced. This should tell you something. This should tell you that if you listen to divorced mothers, older women who are teaching you the feminist bullshit, chances are you are going to be divorced too, ladies. Yeah. Because divorced people can only teach you what they are. They can only teach you how to be divorced, how to be single. If you want to be single, go binge on that content that I'm showing to you here. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, people cheat on their partner with the nanny. It's also from James Sexton. So let's watch this.
About how wealthy clients like to sleep with the nanny.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I mean, I have a theory about it, and I think that what I call the nanny fascination. I think that it's not that hard to understand. Like, the nanny is a lot of the characteristics of the wife, right? She's good with the kids. She's there to be a supportive other to the husband. She's a helpmate, but without any of the autonomy and agency, without any of the, like, she's an employee at the end of the day. And it's so much simpler of a relationship in the sense that it's like, you got to do a good job or I'm going to fire you, So
not talking back.
Yeah, don't talk back because I'm your employer, and you're not going to. So I think I get it. I get it. I also think too that, and this is dangerous ground, especially in the year of our Lord 2024. But I think she's also a version of the wife. Like, she's a version of the wife when the wife was just a woman. Like, she has a life outside the home. Like, when she's not nannying, she's out doing stuff, and so she's got things to talk about. Like, she's gone places. She does things. There's something mysterious about her.
About how wealthy clients like to sleep with the nanny.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I have a theory about it. And I think.
Okay, here. I made a few notes. He says that she's a helpmate. Tell me what you think about it. It's an interesting video. I did leave him a comment here. Men are simple. They want a submissive wife. If wives were more submissive, I bet there would be less cheating with nannies. Tell me what you think about it. It's quite a funny video, I think. So he says that nannies are mysterious and they are like a helpmate, right? I don't buy into mysteriousness of women because to me it's all woo-woo stuff. Women are pretty simple if you know their nature, right? There is nothing mysterious about women. And then he also said that she doesn't have agency. I'm talking about nanny, right? He says that a nanny doesn't have agency. Well, she does. She does. She still chose to work for this man. She chose to be submissive to her employer. And in fact, a lot of women today, they prefer to be submissive to their bosses, to the companies that they work for, rather than their husbands. It's still agency, you know? They just choose not to be submissive to their husbands when they could. And then maybe there would be less cheating involved with nannies. If women were more submissive to their husbands, if women were the helpmate to their husbands. Because as we talked with Steve Sandman and Nick from Christianity Unplugged on Saturday, submission means that she's subordinate and she's helping to her husband to achieve his mission, not the other way around, according to the Bible, right? According to the hierarchy that God has created for us. So, yeah. And I would agree that men want a woman that they initially met who wouldn't nag, right? Who wouldn't bitch and moan and complain, who would treat them with desire and respect. This is essentially what nanny does without having the authority over that man, because she's just the employee and he's the employer. In a way, ladies, if you look at marriage, and if you are an employee to your husband, I know it's a weird way to look at it, but, you know, it might have a better dynamics rather than you having all of that authority and control over that relationship when you are wearing the pants in the family, rather than your husband leading in your family. Something to think about. Tell me what you think about it, and you can join us next week to debate this topic. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Let me see if I can show you something else. Let's check here. What else we can talk about? Oh, let's look at this lady. She tells you not to sleep with him. Let's watch it.
Don't sleep with him. If you meet this guy and he's amazing and he's taking you on 2-3 dates and he's trying to sleep with you and you fall for it, he will either dump you because his sole purpose was to get you into bed, or he will be scared of you because he will wonder if you're that easy with every man. You see, men fall into things. They don't plan a relationship. And even if he tells you that he's looking for a serious partner, what he's actually telling you is, I'm looking to have a good time. But I know that with women, I cannot get away with that. So that's why I tell them that I'm also looking for a serious partner. And the very reason that he's attracted to you in the first place is because he wants to sleep with you. That's literally all he's thinking of. He doesn't know yet in what category he wants to put you. So if you sleep with him too early on the first or the second date, what will happen is that his testosterone levels will come down. And it may be that he realizes that after all, he didn't want anything more from you than just to sleep with you. Because a man doesn't bond through sex. A man bonds through doing things for a woman, for making little sacrifices for her, and for spending time with her. Therefore, if you want to find out if that man really cares for you, you wait. You sit back and you give him the space to show you who he is. And if he gets nasty with you because you don't want to sleep with him, then girl, you run. Because that guy is not really interested in you. All he cares for is getting laid. Don't sleep with him.
I wish I had Eamma here for this one, or another woman with me. Wow. She did talk about a lot of things here. So she says that if you rush into sleeping with a man, then he will place you in the category of a whore. But most women are whores already. Okay? Why should we preserve that state? I'm going to remove you. for women, like you already wasted yourself, ladies, and this is something that I wanted to bring up to your attention. You only lose your virginity once, okay? Once, with your first boyfriend. That's it. That's it. There is no recourse back. There is no second virginity. It does not exist. And so if promiscuous women who have slept already with the guys, and we know that they are run-through whores, they are watching that kind of content, they're going to say, okay, I'm going to preserve my virginity, my chastity for the right man who will commit to me. I will settle with the beta provider, or I will settle with the man who puts investment into me, who prioritizes me, who worships me, right? Who is a simp, but he is a masculine simp at the same time. Basically, what women want, they want a unicorn, okay? And yeah, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, they will preserve their virginity for that man, but they will spread their legs for the strong masculine man, and those dudes that she has slept with before. I'm like, what are you doing, ladies? Like, why are you so concerned about your virginity when you are a run-through whore? Or you are only concerned with it because you don't want to waste yourself anymore longer on, Chads and Tyroons. Most women today are not virgins. That's it. I realize, okay, that message would be sound maybe if we were surrounded by virgins out there, and we would say, yeah, lady, don't open your legs with the man who is not going to be your potential husband, right? Does it make sense, guys? But no, most women today are run-through whores. And then you tell them, yeah, you fucked yourself around, and now it's time for you to settle down, and then you don't give out sex to those guys, but they know that you are a whore and you did give out access to your sexuality to the prior boyfriends, to your prior Chads and Tyroons. Where is the logic with that? I just don't see it. It makes no sense to me. No sense to me. Yeah. Tell me what you think, guys, and join us next time. I'm going to wrap it up. It's going to be a shorter one today since I'm by myself here. So yeah, join us for more discussions with Elena's Bar community. Let me quickly show you what we are doing here. On my channel, we have deep dive conversations with Steve and Nick from Christianity Unplugged on Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. Pacific, at 11:15 a.m. Central, and at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Then we are debunking lies with Eamma. I hope that she will be back on Tuesday at 11:15 a.m. Pacific, at 1:15 p.m. Central, and at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. And then please go support the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel, where we have Nick from Christianity Unplugged, Steve Sandman, and Plutarch H., my husband, running two interesting shows for you. So they have countercultural sexuality, and they're talking about narratives on Mondays and Wednesdays at 5:45 p.m. Pacific, at 7:45 p.m. Central, and at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so I did that. Now I'm back here. Guys, thank you so much for your kind support. Remember to join us. It's always more fun to have more people on. I usually don't enjoy doing it by myself. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't like it. I don't like to hear just my voice. Join us for debunking these lies. And if you have more videos, you can always DM them to me on Instagram, and we are going to have fun with them. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. A wonderful day, everyone. Take care. Bye.